Game of Thrones finale Peter Dinklage video hinted at disaster. Game of Thrones Season 8 is without a doubt the biggest disappointment since Jerry left the Spice Girls, but perhaps we should have seen it coming. While the Game of Thrones cast warned fans this weekend's finale wouldn't satisfy everyone, some think Peter Dinklage may have teased that this last chapter would be a total disaster. The 49-year-old Tyrion Lannister actor spoke to Entertainment Tonight way back in 2018 when we didn't just have hope, we were certain that 2019 would be the moment we all got to witness the greatest 6 episodes ever made. Game of Thrones star hits back at ridiculous petition as he teases Season 8 finale. Stephen King defends Game of Thrones as fan petition calls for Season 8 to be remade. Game of Thrones Natalie Emmanuel mocks viewers over Grey Worm sex scene. How wrong we were. When asked how he felt about the end game, Pete couldn't have sounded less interested or more rehearsed. There are no better writers in television than Dan Weiss and David Benioff. They ended it brilliant too. If the unforgivable blunders don't permanently tarnish Game of Thrones' legacy, Season 8's tame storytelling and absent twists certainly will. In turn, and is rapidly climbing by the second. The latest episode, for anyone who still cares, the Game of Thrones finale airs this Sunday at 9 p.m. on HBO and will be simulcast on Sky Atlantic at 2 a.m. here in the UK. Seasons 1 to 6. If you've got a story, video, or pictures, get in touch with the metro.co.uk entertainment team by emailing us, calling 020-3615-2145 or by visiting We'd love to hear from you. Ads keep our content free for everyone. Please note that the Interactive Advertising Bureau IAB describes online personalized advertising through the below definitions. We put the storage of information, or access to information that is already stored, on your device, such as accessing advertising identifiers and / or other device identifiers, and / or using cookies or similar technologies. The collection and processing of information about your use of this site to subsequently personalize advertising for you in other contexts, i.e. on other sites or apps, over time. Typically, the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver advertisements for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such advertisements. This includes using the collection of information, in combination with previously collected information, to select and deliver content for you, and to measure the delivery and effectiveness of such content. This includes using the collection of information about your use of the content, in combination with previously collected information, used to measure, understand, and report on your usage of the content. Ads keep our content free for everyone. We use additional third-party advertising companies who serve ads to help keep content free. For these partners, you will continue to receive advertising, however, it may not be tailored to your likely interests. Well, check in with you. Great. Thanks for choosing. You have opted out from our advertising partners.
Raindrops, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.